Antioch began in my living room with 3 people. We were just huddled around on a wintry night. We prayed, had no idea what God was going to do, but we just knew that he desired to bless his people and desired to bless the teaching of his word. So we just began meeting, and we quickly outgrew the living room. We had everyone showing up, from prostitutes to Muslims in full garb, people we didn't know, just packing out the living room, and it was amazing. We actually had to take our carpet and throw it out. It was a nice green carpet, but from all the traffic, it had turned brown and such quickly. So we then moved to a thrift store around the corner, which is still right around the corner from here. And then the Lord just continued to just bless. And I remember when we got into the book of Acts, and we had just finished the book of Romans verse by verse, and we got into the book of Acts, which of course is the first 30 years of the church and the birth of the church. And I remember sharing with everyone, I said, if the book of Acts gets into our hearts the way Romans just did, we're going to be out in these streets in no time. And sure enough, just by studying the word and letting the word get in our hearts, we were out on street corners doing free fish fries all over the city. And God just continued to bless. He continued to bless the teaching of his word. And then the Lord gave the green light that it was time to start holding Sunday services. And the rest is just chapter after chapter after chapter of God's glory. And here we are today with a 12,000 square foot facility right on the main artery of the city, right on Chestnut Street, just called to be a city on a hill. And it's just all God's grace, and we're having a ball. Antioch. The name Antioch came from the book of Acts. Again, we were in the book of Acts studying verse by verse, and when we came across the followers of Jesus first being coined with the term Christians, first in a city called Antioch, which was a city in modern-day Syria, which was the headquarters of Gentile evangelism in the early church. When I saw the parallels between this ancient city of Antioch and University City, West Philly, where we currently are, I basically said, wow, we're in a modern-day Antioch, and thus was the name Antioch. The community that we're in is gotta be the most diverse community in the entire Delaware Valley. We are in University City, West Philly. Interesting. So if some crime has happened, then the news reporter says it's West Philly. If some academic or whatever accomplishment's taken place, then it's University City. I always chuckle at that, but we say it's University City, West Philly, and it basically is a microcosm of the world. Because of the universities, you have people here from every nation, and then you have just your blue collar, you've got your white collar, you've got your hippie, thug, grunge crowd, you've got your coffee shop crowd, and then this is also the most Islamic part of the entire city. So you mix all of that together, and you just have a microcosm of the world. And our congregation reflects that diversity. We're said to be one of the most diverse churches in the entire city, which is just a blessing, because that's what heaven is going to look like. We engage this community in many creative ways, from going into the housing projects with tractor trailers full of turkeys and toys for the holiday season to give out for free, to street corner fish fries, to carnivals, to even academic forums and such on the university campuses. So we're just thankful that we can engage every people group in this neighborhood just with the gospel and with the love of Christ.